Hey, my beautiful sweet friends, how you doing today? It's me, Sharita Jones, checking back in with another video. Hey, guys, I am back with another episode of It's Hard Out Here for a Temp. Sing it with me. You know it's hard out here for a temp when you're trying to get this money for the rent. Imagine this, guys. You walk into an office for the first time. You don't know where the coffee machine is, let alone who's the manager. You don't know who that is. Everyone around you already seems to have an unspoken rhythm, a way of doing things that feels foreign. It's like entering a new school on the last day before summer break. This is the life of a temp. We're brought into hit the ground running type of situations, and no one really pauses to fill us in on what's happening. Yet we're expected to blend right in, adapting to the unknown and finding your footing. You have to come in and find your footing. This is where the art of adaptability becomes not just a skill, but survival. Every time I start a new job, I remind myself, today you are a chameleon. Today you are a champion. I've walked into places where the systems range from basic Excel sheets to complex software like JD Edwards, SAP, Oracle, Salesforce. And let me tell you, each company's normal is another company's chaos. One time I started a position where the team used 4 different types of platforms for something as basic as accounts receivable. In less than a week, I had to learn each one of those systems and remember which system was what and what it was used for which task. It feels like jumping from one moving car to another moving car, but that's the life of a temp. We learn fast or we get left behind. The key is observation and asking the right questions. And I'll give you a tip that I learned along the way. Don't just ask how to do a task. Ask why. Why are y'all doing this? When you understand why a company does these things, the way that they do them, you're able then to make sense out of it faster. And you might even spot improvements, but that's another tricky part of being a temp. That's another tricky part of being a temp. It's your place. You have to know when it's your place to make changes or suggest changes, because they usually frown. They usually frown on that when you make suggestions. For real, they give you this strange look like, I know she ain't just say what I think she just said. And all you're doing is just making good suggestions. Being a temp also means deciphering unspoken rules and high expectations. Every place has its own way of working. And as a temp, you're expected to figure it out quickly. Fast. I call it reading the room on steroids. Real fast. You got to do it real fast. You see, nobody hands you a guidebook at all that says, this is how we're going to do things around here. Nope. Nobody says a word. If you're lucky, maybe, just maybe, you'll get a rundown of your tasks. But that doesn't cover the culture. Are they strict? Can you be a little flexible with your methods? Do they want you to come in and just do the job? Or would they appreciate fresh ideas? You don't know. You have no idea. So you have to figure it out through the little cues, like whatever social cues they give you. At one job, I made the mistake of suggesting a new way to streamline a task. On the first day, the look I got from the team told me I read the room wrong. So I've learned to sit back and observe and understand before jumping in. It's a balancing act, knowing when to speak up and when to just go with the flow. Another skill I've had to hone in on as a temp is the art of building relationships fast, whether it's with permanent employees or other temps or even managers who might not even know your name. You have to find a way to connect. A lot of people don't realize this, but as a temp, you don't get the luxury of time to form bonds slowly. There's no after work happy hour to get to know each other. So you usually make friends in passing. You bond over small things like shared gripes about the office coffee machine not working, or even brief glances of camaraderie during stressful days. One of the best lessons that I've learned is that sometimes being the new person constantly can actually work in your favor. You're a fresh face, and some people are drawn to that. They'll want to hear about your experiences elsewhere, and if you listen carefully, you can gather valuable insights about your new environment. But it's also important to keep professional boundaries. You're there to do a job, and not everyone is thrilled to see you as a temp, see you taking on tasks that they may have wanted. It's about reading those social cues and figuring out who's a friend and who's an ally, and who's, well, skeptical. Despite the challenges, I wouldn't trade my experience as a temp for anything. being able to adapt and to learn new systems on the fly and to meet high expectations and to make connections so quickly. It's like training for the Olympics of the working world. Yes. and at the end of the day, guys, these are skills that don't just apply to temps. They also apply to everyone that's in the job market, everybody that's working in technology, the workplace culture. It's for everyone. It's all constantly evolving, and the ability to adapt is invaluable. So to all the temps out there, and to everyone who's ever felt like they're in a new job every week, keep going, guys. Keep doing what you got to do to provide for your families. There's strength in adaptability and resilience in figuring it out on the spot. Remember, you're not just filling a role, you're mastering a skill that will serve you for a lifetime. So guys, sing it with me. You know it's hard out here for a temp when you're trying to get this money for the rent. You know it's hard out here for a temp when you're trying to get this money for the rent. You know it's hard out here for a temp. It's hard out here for a temp. It's hard out here for a temp. So thank y'all for singing with me. I love it. Thank you so much. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. You are amazing. Thank you so much for watching another episode of It's Hard Out Here for a Temp, guys. See you guys in the next video. Bye for now, friends. Have an amazing day.